Morning everybody, Sunday the 30th of January 2022, 12:42 PM my time. This week's video, just going over all the pairs again that I follow. It's been an absolute bloodbath across the board. Mainly the US dollar index is causing trouble. It's a tough start to this year so far. Well, the last couple of weeks has been anyway. So I'm going to start on EURGBP. I'm still holding that position. I did move it to stop loss, but it came back down, so I moved my stop loss back out. So I'll show you the reason why. This is the monthly view. I've got this hard horizontal line and a line of support here that I've got set. That if we break this, then I'm going to be looking to short it to fill this imbalance here, and then possibly come down into this demand zone. But I think we're going to hold, hopefully. If not, it doesn't really matter too much because I'm not massively exposed on this pair. It's only 2%. I was originally 1%. I extended it to 2%, so it's not a huge problem. This is the weekly chart. As you can see, that hard line of horizontal support there is what I'm hoping it'll hold. The bottom of this wedge formation, I'm looking for the bounce back up. We'll go back to the daily chart. We did get a reaction, but as you can see, price rejected off the moving average. We've come back down, and what looks to me is like we could be creating a double bottom possibly if we see price hold around this level here. If it looks to start moving further down, I'll close my position on this one and take it on the chin again. It's not a huge problem. But yeah, so this week look for some sideways action, possibly from some support to form, and then possibly move back upwards. So that's EURGBP for me. The pound has had seen some strength, but also the euro has seen a lot of weakness, which we'll go over in a few pairs on the EU in a minute. So this one, EURGBP, is crunch time this week. I extended my stop loss back from break even when I saw price moving down. It's back to where I extended it to. I'll let it hit it. If it hits it, it hits it. It's not a problem. But looking for a double bottom, support to form, hopefully move back up, and that's what I'm looking for on EURGBP. Pound JPY. It's a tricky one. This demand zone was touched and it seemed to reject from. We've had a little rebound in price. Now I'm going to take a long on this demand zone if we see price come and visit again. So if we see price fall back down to demand and create another doji or hammer candle on that demand zone, then I'll be entering along again. The reason why is I'll show you on so this is the CTFC reports. It shows you the commitment of traders, obviously the institutions and all that kind of stuff. Mainly the Japanese yen. They're heavily short on the Japanese yen, as you can see, 84,000 short, which is a huge gap from 15,000 longs. So this is as of Tuesday last week. The report came out on the 25th of January. So it shows that they're still short in the Japanese yen. So we could still see price move back up and create a new higher high possibly. But to get in on the long, I'd like to see price come back down to this demand zone area again. Because we could be creating a lower high here to move down to the demand zone even further down at 149. So we'll see. I'll watch price again this week possibly. Let's see some support form on this demand zone here. Look for a buy to go further up north. So that's the pound Japanese yen for me on that one. Usually I would have taken a trade on that hammer candle there, but as I had a stop loss hit on this position last time, I'm going to wait this time. because I've hit a few stop losses last week, so just going to try and implement a bit more patience this time and wait for price to come back towards me for the next position on that one. Euro AUD, a bit of a Aussie dollar weakness that we've seen. Price has actually touched the circle that I had interest on this area here to take a short. I'd like to see a little bit more push up towards the trend line to confirm it, so possibly next week we could see that happen. If I see that happening, then I'll probably take a short on that one, just a little 1% position, not a huge exposure position, and hopefully we can see it break to the downside. But you never know, as Euro could gain some strength at any time, is what we'll go over. We'll go over next on Euro USD. Euro USD, huge drop down. That breakout of the long trend line seemed to be a fake breakout. We'll go to the weekly time frame. As you can see, we broke that demand zone. That had a nice push upwards, and the weekly candle has closed below, so that's officially broken. We've got a little imbalance here from the previous push up that we could see price visit. Another reason for this is we look at the COP reports again. The commitment of traders on the US dollar index is massively long, 41,000 to 4,000 short. So obviously euro is negatively correlated to the US dollar, so it just makes the EU tank, which obviously is what we've seen continue to happen. But they could just take profit on those on the longs of the dollar exchange and the on the EU, and then as soon as they take profits, then we'll see price shoot back up again as a reaction to that. So if we had a look at the euro, they're actually positive longs. So they've got 213,000 longs to 181,000. So they're positively long. So for me, that could be an outcome, a key outcome. We could hit one of these demand zones, maybe this imbalance here. They could take profits on the long of the dollar of the DXY, and then they could keep hold of the euro longs, and we could see price shoot up. They might be tricking people into thinking it might be moving further down now, and then obviously the scenario what I've just said could possibly happen. They could take longs of the dollar and then take profit on the longs of the dollar, and then watch the euro turn. So that's what I'm looking for on that one. You could take a small intraday sell here, but I'm not interested in that one for the moment. I'm looking for a longer term reversal, obviously because it's heavily bearish now, but I can see it turning in the near future as of the outcome what I've just said. Gold, again, we've had quite a lot of sideways action, to be honest. If we go out to the weekly time frame, we can see that price is just moving in this range here. So there's not much going on. So if we go and look at the COT reports on gold, again we can see that they're massively exposed to the long side, 313,000 to 93,000. So again, at any moment they can just take profit on the positions and then open up the longs, and we could see price shoot to the upside. So again, I'm still going to continue to look for longs. So this week coming, once we see the Monday open, if this level of demand here holds, I'm going to look for a buy. Put a little position in. I'll put a small 1% position in, because we could even see price hit this demand zone here for a continuation to the upside. But as it's in this range, we're obviously better buying while price is on the south side of the range to go upwards. So that is what I'd be looking for on gold. So if you get that marked up, and watch for price this week, maybe Monday, Tuesday candle. If Monday closes as as an imbalance candle here, just a small support candle. I'll be looking to buy that one to go back up. So that's gold for me. Looking for longs to hold for the continuation to the upside. So yeah, so dollar exchange has caused a lot of problems, especially to the euro. For euro USD, euro GBP, obviously the pound with the strength has caused the euro GBP to fall back down for that double bottom. So I'm looking for longs to be taken. I'm looking for the longs on the dollar to be taking profit, and then price to switch and start moving some of these pairs the opposite direction. So that's what to look for on the currencies. So we'll move on to Bitcoin. This one not included. As we see, price touched this demand zone here, and we've had a little pullback in price, but it's nothing really convincing as of yet. So I'm going to call this the bottom, in my opinion. I could be wrong, could be totally wrong. We could go move further down. There's a lot of people saying, it's going to 1,000 and all this rubbish, but I can't see that. So I'm going to watch for price now, get squeezed into this corner. We've got a horizontal line of support here at 30,000. It's touched the demand zone. Obviously, there's a lot of buying pressure to the left-hand side here, as you can see. So I'd like to see price respect this trend line, come back down again, and then when it comes to this demand zone, I'm going to be buying Bitcoin for another push to the north. You know, take profit zone going to be there. So we look for the weekly, could just be a lower high and we move further south. You never know, it's Bitcoin, it's very volatile. So we just got to take what we can. Don't overexpose yourself on the market. Use your risk management, and it doesn't matter if you lose to a stop loss, because that's why we use risk management. Not a big deal. You carry on, take it from your mind, and then look for the next position. And overall, your risk to reward ratio with your risk management is what makes you profitable long term. So that's what I'm looking for in Bitcoin. Respect the trend line. Hit demand zone again, a little bit of support. I'll place another buy to go long on that one, and obviously we could see a breakout of this downtrend to continue north. So yeah, so that's this week's video. If you liked it, give us a like, give us a follow, subscribe, and I'll see you again next week. And hopefully we've had some good turnarounds for the pairs that we're looking at.